In the lead up to Union Budget 2025, the centre is reportedly rethinking its strategy on custom duties, especially for high value items like gold. According to sources and media reports, custom duties on over 24 items are under review, and the levy on gold could see an increase. Remember, FY25 budget slashed customs duty on gold and silver bars from 15% to just 6%, while rates on platinum and other precious metals were reduced from 15.4% to 6.4%. But in August last year, gold imports soared by 104% year on year, hitting the $10 billion target, even as India's gem and jewellery exports slumped by over 23% to just under $2 billion. Joining me to discuss this story on this possible revision in gold duties, custom duties on gold now is Amit Kumar Gupta. Amit, good morning. What do you think about the government's rethink on custom duties on gold?
Yeah, hi, Kartik. Good morning. So I think it's still only a speculative report. We really don't know. I don't think anyone in the July budget was also expecting their duty rate cuts on silver and gold. So I think these things are mostly speculative in nature. What has actually happened is that the import of gold has actually gone up. The government is facing a lot of issues in actually doing the redemptions for sovereign gold bonds, which they issued some 8 years ago, and they have actually preponed the redemptions of a lot of the series in the past 4 5 months. So I think that will continue because the government wants to stay fiscally prudent, want to maintain the fiscal discipline. So I don't think they'll be importing too much of gold. So if that is the thinking within the finance ministry, then we could see even further drop in the
Right.
in the duty cut in the gold and the silver happening in this budget. But I consider it as a speculative. We'll see what happens in the budget.
Right, but prima facie, do you think that the government's decision in the last budget pretty much backfired because the government really wanted to curb gold imports, in the context of, in any case, elevated gold prices prior to that? But do you think this reduction in custom prices last year actually boosted gold import, which did not augur well for government of India?
So I think the duty cut in gold was primarily done for the SGB redemptions, and to expect anything else would not be really wise. Uh, the gold import is also increasing because there is a lot of stress in the unsecured lending. RBI has come up with a lot of restrictions in the unsecured lending. The microfinance space is also seeing a lot of stress and not able to disburse more loans now. So a lot of people are reverting to having gold and then pledging the gold. In fact, if you see the gold pledging rate, it is up about 25-30% in the last 6 months itself. So that shows a little bit of stress in the economy. So it's a counterbalancing act. I think gold will probably find a sort of a bottom at around 2300, 2350 kind of a levels, given that there are no more rate cuts coming from the Fed also. So a little bit reduction in the gold prices, plus a little bit easing on the unsecured lending, that should sort of balance out the import, and we could probably see the gold imports coming down in the next few months.
All right, well, let's move away from gold and stay with budget expectations. Amit, the PhD Chamber of Commerce has urged Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman to abolish Security Transaction Tax. And this again is something that has been a contentious one for a very long time. What are your expectations? Do you think Budget 2025 will actually finally see the abolition of the security transaction tax, given in any case the kind of changes that we have seen in restrictions on F&O trades, etc. The government had actually collected more than 40,000 crore rupees just in security transaction tax. Do you think it's time to do away with this tax completely?
So, every budget we keep on hearing about the security transaction tax or even the commodity transaction tax going down. But if you look at a broader level, let's say zoom out and see over a period of let's say 10 years, I'll give you a start from FY14 to FY24. the STT has grown about 0.47% of the total tax revenue to 0.93%. So this is added to the cost of transaction, but at the same time, the brokerage charges have also fallen. So that has the rise has been a little bit mitigated. Uh, but at the same time, the tax collections have grown in rise with the volume. So I don't think that is a major issue. I don't think the government has the wise ability at this point of time when they are doing so much of universal basic income, giving out rations, 5 kilo rations to people, 80 crore people. I don't think there is a willingness to remove this tax immediately.